today, what is our insurance tip of the week?
Well,
I was going to say that there's a really cool trend with all these new cities out there that are allowing golf carts to be driven on the road.
Oh, wow.
Have y'all seen this?
I have.
I've seen it down at PK Lake a lot.
Oh, down in Galveston, it's a big thing too. There's hundreds of them running around there.
We saw it in Destin last year too.
Yeah.
And I hear Granbury might be the next city to start doing that as well. But there's a bunch of little cities out there that are starting to allow within this. Oh, Owl Park's one of them. They allowed it. That you can start driving golf carts on city roads within city property. So it's a very interesting. Now this does bring up some other problems, like now you're driving a vehicle on the road that's not necessarily a vehicle.
Right.
And how does that respond?
And what are the age requirements on this? I mean,
Well, that's not even the most complicated part. The first question is, does your insurance even cover this? You know, and so you're talking about a golf cart, and remember, we're talking in general terms because there's a lot of policy coverage forms and a lot of endorsements that are available. But as a rule, if you are driving a golf cart, you only have liability coverage if you're on your residence premise, which is your house, or if you are using it for golfing purposes. So do you see something that might be left out of where it would be covered? Not golfing, I'm using it for transportation. It's off my residence premise. I may have an insurance problem.
I just wonder, do you have a driver's license for one of those, or can you just go?
Each city has their own variant of the ordinance. Some of them just say that you have to be 16 and licensed. Others just say that you have to be 21 and licensed. It's just really up to the city council and how they write the ordinance at the time.
Okay. Well, I know when I go down to PK Lake, like around Fox Hollow, Bass Hollow, and stuff like that, a lot of folks ride around on the golf carts instead of taking their cars out and stuff like that. And I've often thought, you know, what happens in a situation like that if you got somebody that pulls out in front of your car or runs into a fence or what happens?
Hurts somebody gets hurt physically. So you don't want to have a really unhappy surprise. So you need to find out, can you get coverage for liability? Yes.
Yes.
Do you already have it on your homeowners? Probably not, maybe. So you have to really think about that, and don't wait until you've ran over somebody to think, I wonder if I have insurance on this, because it's
Right.
Yeah. So that's basically, you know, the important thing is if you operate one of these, if you have one of these and you take it off if you're not using it for golfing, you take it away from your home. Make sure that your agent knows and that you have coverage for that, and that's just the liability. They don't even count the physical damage. That's a whole different subject.
I was gonna say that's another policy there, and that's another issue. And then on top of that, we have, when you use the term golf cart, there's also other terms that could be brought in, like UTVs and ATVs.
That's what I was sitting there thinking, what do they consider a golf cart?
And that's the other issue. That's all determined at the time of the loss, or unless it's spelled out very specifically in the policy. So those are other things that you got to really look into. So, and a lot of people have those UTVs and they start to run them around off premise. So you bring up some other problems.
So when it's not a golf cart, you don't even have used for golfing purposes on your homeowners. It's basically, like I said, in general, you're only going to have liability coverage if you're using that ATV on your premise without a special endorsement to make sure you have coverage when you're off your premise.
Okay, let's just say you live on Oak Street, okay? You don't have a golf course within 5 miles of you, 10 miles of you, and you're out running around in this thing. I mean, can the insurance company walk in and go, look, you don't have a golf course anywhere around you, so sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, I don't want to. You see people using ATVs for all kinds of things. Like maybe like you were talking about, some of the communities are allowing it, and then you have, if you're in a venue for an event and people are giving rides to, because they have to park a long way, and it's just like, ooh, I wonder if I have coverage. Don't wait till somebody's hurt to wonder that.
I didn't even think about that. Like those people that buy golf carts and run them around like resorts and everything. That's another major issue. Oh wait, that's Fox Hollow.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I think of golf cart, I think of the little
Electric, yeah.
Yeah, electric. Too. I mean, we've got these things that you guys run around in, like at the crawfish and camp.
Yeah, like the Polaris Rangers.
Right.
Yeah. So that's probably more of an ATV than a
Mhm.
golf cart, but it's still the same same thing. Is that do you have insurance on your homeowner's policy for that? Probably not.
So those are the things that these are just thoughts that you need to really think about and understand before something happens, and look into your policy to double check. And that's what this is all about, is double check before you have an incident. Because when you're out there riding, people aren't thinking about that. They're having fun.
Yeah, and regulate your kids. Keep an eye on them, because I'm telling you, the second you turn your back, we had a go-kart out at the house, and I mean, the second we weren't watching, they were on that go-kart. You know, so I'm just saying, be careful with that.
Fortunately, they were on our residence premise.
Yeah, they were on our land, but I'm just saying, is if you have something like that, you turn your back for a second, they're gonna jump on it and go.
Yeah.
So-
And you know, and I know I'm repeating myself, but you can get coverage for that. You can get liability and you can get physical damage. And so again, these policies are set up for use while it's on your premise, but you can get coverage. Just talk to your agent before you have an accident, like today.
Right.
Talk to them today so that when you use it this weekend, you don't have to worry.
Okay, how do they get a hold of you to talk to you?
They can come see us on the second floor of Ciera Bank, or call us at 940-782-30. Hey, that's my cell phone number.
I was like, that sounds familiar, but that's
Yeah, call me today. It's 940-549-2525.
Okay, and then Hudson Oaks is 2950 Fort Worth Highway, Suite 500, 817-770-0096. I guess I'm never going to memorize that number.
Well, I memorized the other number from, I don't know, 30 years ago.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Or online.
Or yeah, BrianINS.com, Brian with a Y.
Yep, go check it out. Make sure you're ready to go. All your insurance needs. Brian Insurance can handle all of it, no matter what it is.
Yes. Actually, yes.
All right, thank you guys
Thank
for coming by
y'all.
and visiting with us. Very
Thank
much
y'all very